Okay. So when you're putting the balm, it's just like spreading butter on a piece of bread. Just the sharp edge is the only time you use it. And as I'm spreading the butter, I'm feeling where is more resistance. And in him, I'm starting to feel this way actually, there's less movement and more resistance in his tissue. Okay, if you have extra balm, too much balm, just wipe it off the tool because otherwise you won't be as effective as doing it. So that's the balm. Then when you're going to start to kind of evaluate, now I've got the direction of my resistance. Now I want to find the line of resistance, okay? So now I'm going to do what's called a sweeping stroke, and I'm going to sweep in different directions to feel where's my line? Is it spiraling this way? Is it just straight this way? Or is it spiraling this way? In his case, there's just straight vertical line, straight like this. So the sweeping stroke is like this, pressure on the tool, using just the beveled edge, coming this way and back. And I can feel the resistance right along that line, all the way into here. And as I get more distal, it's actually a little bit more resistance. So I'm going to anchor a little bit more here, okay, and I'm going to sweep just to confirm, yep, right along this line. You can actually see the redness. And then I'm going to do the burst stroke next. So it's all one step right after the other, kind of really quickly. So the burst stroke is, I'm going to do it in slow motion, scrubbing motions, okay, pressure on the tool, coming towards me, my hand at 90 degrees, and I'm not bending my wrist, I'm bending my elbow. Okay, if I don't go 90 degrees and I'm pushing back and forth this way, it's harder on me and less effective. So a good rule of thumb is keep the tool at 90 degrees to the tension line, and then it makes it easier for you. You don't have to squeeze the tool hard, just hold the tool. You don't have to push hard, like I shouldn't see a dent like that. The tool will grab the skin, and the lotion is a friction balm, and it helps grab the skin and the tool together to help release the tissue tension. So now I'm just going to put a little tension on here. The burst stroke in slow motion is back and forth, continuous scrubbing with pressure on the tool for the whole length of the line, okay? And then you come back to the beginning and start again. So here's going to be the actual motion. The speed of this is what's really essential. This quick bursting motion, this quick scrubbing motion, and see, it might take me 30 strokes to get through this whole line. Now, as I do this, I can see there's already a change in resistance. The fascia is starting to move a bit better. So I'm going to anchor more tissue, and I'm going to do it one more time and see what happens, right? Okay? And right here, it's a little bit more stubborn. So instead of pushing harder, I just stop and I just scrub over that to try to shake it loose a bit better, right? And then I'm going to evaluate and see they're much looser. I can feel it's already better motion from the tool. Now this is actually moving better than this. So like I described before, you can have the surface of the tissue. The first tension line might be pulling here, that's the tightest, so I can feel resistance here. Once that's free, there may be another tension line coming from this direction that now the second line is pulling this way, so now I have to actually treat this way. So you might start treating this way, then you do your sweeping and say, oh yeah, now the resistance is no resistance here, now there's more resistance here. So the next line of tension you have to do in this direction, right? And actually it's a little bit more in this direction. Anchoring the skin and just burst all the way along. Okay? Now when you get to here, because his hip is bent, it's too loose, right? So I would straighten your leg for that. But for this distal part, it's really good to do. Okay? So you try that.
Stop.